Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to an episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 19. We are continuing our new Woodshire farm, start from scratch run, and we are doing silage. Silage is pretty easy to do, and it's definitely by far the most lucrative thing, most valuable thing you can do in Farming Simulator. So I definitely highly recommend you check it out. If you've never done it, you can do silage with basically any crop, I think. But the normal ones to do it with are either grass or corn. Corn is the best. You do have to, if you're going to do corn, you do have to put it in these silos and ferment and do all that stuff. So it's a little bit of upfront work, so to speak. Grass you can do in the silos just as much as anything else as well. Like all the crops, I think, can go in the silos as chaff and stuff. But the other way you can do grass silage is by baling up the grass bales and then wrapping them. And so that's another option. It's still pretty good money, but this is definitely much better money. So I highly recommend, if you just want to play around with something new or something different, trying out the silage and doing the corn, whatever. So it's a good way to make some money. Now, look, I feel like the amount of money you can make off silage is so much that basically, as soon as you've started doing silage, you're basically like, all right, I'm done with the game. I've beat the game. You have officially beat the game as soon as you start making money off silage. It's that much money, quite frankly. So, because, I mean, it'll only take us a day or two to pay off all of our stuff, all of our loan that we have. Maybe a day or two after that, we can probably buy all of our equipment. It's not going to take us the long to be completely out of debt with all of our equipment bought, and then we're done. Kind of like, what else do you do after that? So really, it's like comes down to, well, what do you want to do to have fun playing the game? So that's where things like the animals and some other different types of activities can come along. The silage is just a way to help supplement that and pay for that. So we're still going to have fun. We're still going to do other things in this farm. The silage is going to fund said other things, but we're definitely not just going to do silage, because in my opinion, that's just boring. All right, I'm sitting here talking, and I just realized we are at 100% compacting. So let's get off of here, and let's get this thing covered up, get it started fermenting. Blanket silo. I always think this looks so cool. Kind of interesting looking. Let's go drop off our packer over here. Looks like we're going to be a little bit low on our current level of silage over here. I mean, we're still got plenty, but I do need to put some more in there. So we'll drop this off. Pick up our trailer over here. I should recolor this tractor. I was going to try and make tractors channel colors, but now that I've kind of started doing the Kloss stuff, I should just recolor this tractor to be a Kloss tractor, right? Or even just get another Kloss tractor or something. We'll just have a Kloss farm. We'll do channel color some other time, I guess. But I'm actually starting to like a lot of this Kloss equipment. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright. Get you loaded up in here. Still got about, what, 100,000 I think that left over there when I just looked over it a second ago. So, still got plenty of silage left to go. Get you unloaded. I think my seeder might, or my planter I should say, might be done. I'll check on him in just a moment. We almost got it all fit. It'll all fit in here in a minute. Of course you're stopped. Oh, you're out of seed. I was like, why are you stopped, dude? Why are you stopped? All right. I'm fine. If you're out of seed, that's a fair reason to be stopped. Planting just fertilizer probably will not net us a very good amount of crop. Apparently opening the cover on this one does not do anything, so I guess we don't have to. Ooh, we're starting to get some weeds. Starting to get some weeds. Oh, probably the back one. It's one of the reasons why I do switch away from this. I have switched away from this planter on my other farm, is because it just takes so little seed. It's like, really? Come on. Why are you taking like 4 times or 5 times as much fertilizer as you're taking seed? And maybe that's just because corn, of the rate of corn seed deposits are. I don't know if actually... I assume different crops have different seed, you know, flows or whatever you want to say. So maybe it's just a corn thing, but it still feels like it would be just more fertilizer than just about any crop. So that's why I actually flip over to a different seeder planter thing that actually does not fertilize, but it holds a ridiculous amount of seed, which means it just goes really well. And then I can just swoop back over with that, you know, liquid fertilizer dude and just fertilize it real quick. I think the net gain of time is actually better. So when we go to buy one, we might buy that one. We'll see. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this one. It's just you've got to refill it from time to time. Another option would be to get a seed auger wagon. Just bring that out here and have it fill up the seed for us. Alright, you're doing your thing. I need my herbicide. Get this rolling. Almost holding. There we go. I was like, there's a little bit of a delay. Our weeds haven't gone all the way down, but I think I've discovered. I didn't know this for sure, and I guess it makes maybe some sense. I think I've discovered that if you pre-fertilize or pre-herbicide as soon as you start seeing weeds, I don't think the weeds continue to the spot that you pre-herbicide on. I could be just maybe, and this is something I've just kind of discovered like yesterday. So maybe I just got lucky somehow and it just didn't. I mean, I don't know why the weeds wouldn't have gone down the entire way, but maybe it's just see, he's not even gonna weed down here. So maybe it's not that the case. Then why? I feel like okay, I'm gonna try it. We're gonna weed down here. In fact, what I might do is just weed half of this down here as an experiment, and then if just that half over there gets weeds as it passes through and kind of fills in this cycle, then we'll know. Yeah, that seems like a decent way to experiment, right? Have a control. I'm going to do some fast forwarding here in just a minute. Once I get to a position where I can go watch the silage, we'll fast forward until that other field is ready to harvest. Alright, so you're good. We probably will need you here in a minute, so I'm just going to park you over here on the side of the field. As soon as you finish folding yourself up, good sir. There we go. Go for G. Good job, G. See how good a job you actually did. Oh, I was looking at the wrong spot. So far so good. See how on the map looks pretty good. You might have missed a couple of tiny spots, but probably not worth worrying about. Oh, look, we did get a little bit of weed right there where I did not weed yet, but we have not gotten weed over here yet. Now it could just be that it hasn't cycled this square yet, because it kind of does a square at a time across the map. But we'll see. We'll see what it looks like here in just a bit. If we get more south of that spot, but nothing to the east of it, then we'll know that the herbicide actually does work. Which would make sense, I think. I feel like that would make sense. Alright, we'll get you plugged in here, parked in here, I should say. Honestly, for now, I'm just going to line you up in this row. We'll just have a row of our little equipments. I am going to go ahead and get our harvester out to that other field, so it's ready to rock and roll as soon as it is ready to harvest. Alright, good to go. Let's see, you're good. You're good. You can jump off the rest of this. Let's go get you filled back up, and then we'll start fast forwarding. as I run into stuff. Can you get that little strip over there, buddy? I think you can get that over there. Can I move this? Let's see. How do I want to move. That's about as far in as I can get that. Move that out, back up, straighten up. Just a bit. There we go. That'll be better. Alright, so that's going. We'll get this filled back up. We'll get it ready in position. Start fast forwarding. How are we looking on the field so far? Double fertilized. It is third stage of growth, right? Yes. Which means we are close. As far as I can tell, weeds haven't gone anywhere else, but it may just be taking a while to cycle up. So I got 100,000 silage in here. It's $90,000 right there. Alright, there we go. We're on our way. Still pretty early in the day. We got plenty of time to get the rest of this stuff in here. Now this new one that I just covered will not be ready today. It should be ready. I think it takes 8 hours, I want to say. I don't remember the math actually. Which actually, no, never mind. That would mean that it could be ready just before the end of the day. Alright, let me zoom in here. Watch the clock or the counter over there. We'll get it going. We'll get it a little bit down, about 20K or so, and then we'll start emptying this out. Just making money. Boom, boom, boom. How's our field? I'm not quite there. Getting there. How's our weeds? So there you go. Proof. Or hypothesis proven is what I'm trying to say. Hypothesis proven. Alright, let's slow down for a second. I need to go get that weeded. And then we will speed back up after that. Where'd you go, weeder? There he is. Of course, now my tractor's in the way. We'll get him out of the way in just a second. Actually, going to start over here on the side that he might have the most difficulty with anyway, and that'll give us time to move that guy out of the way. Alright, go to town, little guy, go to town. Let's grab you. We'll just pull you alongside here or something. Just out of the way. Pull you onto this field. I mean, we have crop destruction turned off, but we never could destroy somebody else's crop anyway. So you're going. You can start filling back up again. Almost done with this silo, which is awesome. Come on, field. We'll get you in here. Should be done with this for this silo. Well, like I said, I was gonna put a single over there, so we'll put a single down to fill up instead of this one. That way I can sell this one here in a little bit. So fast forward just a smidge. Nothing too fast. I want to make sure there's no gaps in our silage as much as possible. Although we're gonna finish all this stuff before we put new ones in there anyway, so we're gonna have a gap no matter what we do. Eventually we'll get to the point where we have very few, if any, gaps. And even then, the only time we'll have gaps is just because maybe I decided to fast forward through the evening and you know, forego a little bit extra money for the ability to just not have to worry about the darkness, the night. Although with this lit up over here, it does make it a little easier for me to work over here, even during the nighttime. It's not even about videos, honestly, as much. I genuinely, it starts to hurt my eyes a little bit when I'm playing in the dark for too long. So though I do appreciate you guys saying that the dark stuff doesn't bother you as much, it definitely still bothers my eyes a little bit. Guess I'm getting old. Can't see in the dark as well. There we go. Good stuff. Slow it back down just a little bit. I'll go 15 for now. We got what, 2 more truckloads, I think? Maybe a little bit more. You're doing alright. And you. Oh, I'm sorry, no, we only have just a little bit more than 1 truckload left. Just a little bit more. Still gonna be some really good money. Is this still our first day? I actually don't remember. Everything blurs together. Technically our second day, but our first day of earning biogas income. So this is gonna be the first time you guys see all the biogas income we get, which is awesome. And we'll be able to pay off a big chunk of our loan. Maybe not all of it, but a lot of it. In fact, I'll probably pay off about 100,000 of it here in a minute, or maybe as much as I can that we have left, just to save ourselves a little bit. But yeah, it'll be good. And then we'll start buying our equipment, really, after that. Once we get the loans paid off. Actually, before we buy equipment, we'll probably buy a few more fields just to, you know, increase the income a little bit more. Full already? Oh, wow. I thought we were going to get a little bit more out of there than that, but there we go. One more of these, and then a little bit. We're done. Going too fast. Not able to get it all in there. It's alright. There we go. Let's see. How are the fields now? Still not quite there. We're done weeding though. That looks really good. We'll do another round of herbicide here in a little bit. It's like, I know I can get to you. Maybe I'm a little bit further out than I normally am. Alright, so I'm a little lopsided. This time I'll bring that trailer a little closer and it'll be much better. I should be looking out the rest of this just a little bit more. There we go, and it's just what's left in the machine. And there we go. That is it. Hold you up real quick. Get you ready for the next spot. I love this thing. This thing is so intricate and like cool looking. It's just a belt with a driver's seat. You know, a series of belts with a driver's seat, but it looks so cool. I've learned to appreciate how awesome and like, I don't know, it's like Transformers, like how awesome farming equipment is. The way it folds in on itself and does any of the stuff that it does. It's so technical and just, it's very, very cool stuff. I mean, not only is farming equipment these days starting to get a lot more computerized, where you can have GPS controlling your tractors and things like that, from what I've heard. But you know, again, I've always, for a long time, they've had the whole fold in and kind of, you know, like I said, Transformer almost esque. It is very, very cool. There we go. All right. Well, now all we got to do is fast forward and wait for. I'll just stick this trailer in for now. Just kind of stick it in there. Fast forward and wait for that field to be ready. So we'll keep going at 120 for a little bit longer. We'll get that field started here in just a minute. It's really, really close. Be able to see it grow in here in just a minute. It's possible you could chaff it at this level even. I would wonder if that's even a pot. Let's see. I mean, it's going to burn a little bit of our crop, but I can't imagine it's going to burn that much. Let's trim off 2 feet here and see what it looks like. Oh, never mind. That's okay. Experiment delayed. I actually don't know, honestly. I mean, obviously the smart thing to do is to wait to chaff it for when it's fully grown, because you're going to get more chaff because presumably it's a bigger plant, therefore it produces more chaff. That is my assumption of how it works. But I think it'd be an interesting experiment to see if you can get any from a just grown in crop. I wonder if you can then do the math to see if it's worth even waiting. You know, maybe there's a math tipping point. I don't know. I doubt it, because I still think this is probably the best stage to harvest it at. But it is kind of a interesting thing to think about and experiment with. We can go ahead and fertilize though, which is good. Let's go, fertilizer dude. I really like these big old machines. They're so cool. There's actually a really, really big one that I've upgraded to on my offline game that we'll definitely upgrade to at some point. It's a monster behemoth of a machine. It's this one right here. In fact, the one that you see on the crop protection is Rubicon 9000. This thing is so huge. I could live in that thing. Like in the tank for it. It's a massive, massive tank. It goes 15 miles an hour. So when you see here in a second, let me kick this one off. You'll see this one's it's wider than this, and this one caps out at 7 miles an hour right now, and that thing goes 15 miles an hour. Like, not only is it wider, but it goes more than twice as fast. It's crazy. Probably more than we need. For sure more than we need right now. Oh look, more stuff that he can't get to because of reasons. I love these guys. They're so awesome. Alright, let's get our trailer over there ready to pick up some more stuff. Actually, you know what I need to do? I need to move this out of the way because our new bunker silo will probably be right here. Let me pull this around behind our seed pickup. Drop it off over here for now. I'll grab this trailer, pull it out of the way, and then I'll go ahead and place the bunker because we're about to need it anyway. Alright, get you out of the way. How much is a bunker silo? Could wait till tomorrow, and pay off a little bit more loan, but we're gonna need it here in a minute anyway. 45. That's fine. We'll pay off less loan. Not gonna be a problem. Alright, what I'm probably gonna do is see. Okay, so I want the first one. I might be able to scoot this first one a little bit further over because actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a gap down the middle that we can drive our trailers through. So I can scoot this one a little bit further over, which puts this one a little bit further over this way maybe, and just have a gap down the middle. So let's say the line for this one. Let's say the line for this one is that concrete right there. So I'm going to want a big enough gap for a trailer. In fact, what I'm going to actually do before I put this down is go ahead and I'll just get the tractor back there, and that'll tell us how wide a gap we need. Hey, no crop destruction. Although I don't remember if you can destroy crop at that stage anyway. Actually. All right, so we're going to put the tractor right here. I'm going to give it maybe a couple feet space on each side, and we'll use this as our kind of our gauge point. All right, silo, large bunker, single, might fit there. Let's give it one tick more maybe. Should still have plenty of room over here on the right hand side to maneuver, do whatever we need to do. The alignment front to back is not as big of a deal. I think the singles are just slightly offset front to back from on their grid snapping from the doubles for some reason. So I think this will actually work. Do I actually want it closer, or is this going to be okay? I'm going to be able to turn around behind. We're going to be able to turn around behind front. No, this looks good. We'll do that. And then, like I said, once I can, I will sell these. Scooch this over just a smidge to right about there or there, something like that. And then we'll put another one over here with another gap about the same size on the other side. And I think that will avoid the bleed over effect that I've noticed, like I said, that I mentioned. And as well as, you know, I think it'll look all right. Give us some pass-throughs for our trailers, and everything will be good. Good stuff. All right, let's go rescue our harvester. I'm sure his trailer is full at the moment. Looks like our fertilizer dude is, well, sort of done. He ran into a tree, which is fine, I guess. Poor guy. Poor tree. I'll rescue you momentarily, my friend. Momentarily. We're not going to get a ton of silage off this one, just because of the fact that I don't think it was fully... This is the one we bought. I don't think we fertilized or anything yet, have we? I actually don't remember. Again, I'm getting different games confused at different times, so... I think this is the one that was just bought as is. Doesn't have the plowing, doesn't have the lime, all that stuff. So the yield should be quite a bit smaller, but it's still money. It's still going to basically pay for the field, I would imagine. In fact, we'll even be able to tell that here in a minute. Once we see how much crop we get, I'll be able to tell you how much money that's worth, and we'll be able to know if it actually paid for the field itself straight up. Specifically the first time. Obviously, eventually it's going to pay for the field just fine. Once I start growing more crop on here, it will definitely pay for the field in the long run. But I just mean the first batch. Alright, before I move you up there, let's get you fixed, my friend. Do this last little bit up here. Alright, and then we'll move you over to the other side. Let's double check to make sure you are, in fact, yep, you are good. Move you over here. Get you rolling. And then go dump off our first load of our third batch of silage, actually. Wow. We are cruising at this point, I think. Alright, my friend. Go to town. Let's grab you. Go drop you off. And our fresh painted new silo. I don't think they actually paint these, obviously. I wonder if they seal them in for with anything. I wonder if just the concrete by itself is enough, or if they have to put any sort of sealant on anything for any reason. Don't know. I don't know much about this in real life. So please feel free if you know anything about this, and let me know in the comments below. I like learning stuff. Alright, so that's that. See, how much did we pay for this field? We paid $155,000. Right? Okay, so we would need at $900 per, we would need what? Like $170,000 worth of silage. Or 170,000 liters, I should say, worth of silage to pay off. We've gotten 65 already. That was about maybe a quarter, if even. So yeah, we should be able to get plenty of crop off this one field to pay for this field and then some, I think. And that's, again, I don't, we did get a second round of fertilization on there after all. Never mind. Am I misremembering? Did we actually already see this one once? I may be misremembering. It's been a couple days since my last episode, like I said. All right, cool. Good stuff. Oh, what am I doing? I need you. I need this trailer. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in there, and we're going to come back, and tomorrow when we come back, or whenever, I guess in 2 days for you guys, we will see a new day, and we'll see our first profits from our silage crops, and you guys will finally see what I've been talking about how lucrative this stuff is. So please come back next time for that awesome reveal. And we'll just keep on keeping them. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you. And I do hope you join me again next time. Thank you and goodbye.